Hey guys, so I'm still working on this card and my camera starts, so I thought I'd turn it on. I was just gonna put a sentiment on this, but I wasn't sure what sentiment went with a lot of cats. Weird cats at that. So then I decided to stamp out one of my Tim Holtz cats, and I'm gonna use one of this. I think I'm gonna use People Who Tolerate Me on a Daily Basis. They're the Real Heroes, I think, is the one that I'm gonna use. But we'll see. And I thought I'd just turn on the camera while I colored. I'm gonna be using the Brunner macarons in the warm gray and the cool gray. B1522 and B1532. Unfortunately, with the I'm just going to cut this off so I can use this piece of the white cardstock for something else. I have a tendency to do a color swatching sometimes, and so I'm just going to remove the temptation there. This is the warm gray. So I think I want to do his belly in a lighter color, and I believe the cool gray. Yes, cool gray is darker. I wish the macarons did have more of a color selection, but I mean, it's pastel. I mean, I guess I can't expect too much from it. And we'll see how well I do, considering I don't have my lamps pointed at me, so I'm just going to try and outline his belly area. I think these were the only two grays in the set. I'm going to get color on first, and then I'll go back and do the shading. I can't do a brown cat because it's going to be part of a black and white card. So gray was my only option. The macaron set does not have a black pencil on it. Nor do my Prismas or Crayolas blend. I just got my container brought in that I bought for the diamond paintings, and I put Mazikeen in there, and then I put the crystal cactus, the sunset cactus in there. And I was like, and I still have to reseal that moon one, you know, because I had sealed it with that Timu diamond painting sealer. And the edges are still tacky, so I have to go back and seal it. But I was like, man, I swear I've done more than just 3 diamond paintings. I could not remember the other ones I had done. It's because I had them in another spot, you know, because I hadn't gotten too many done at that point, or bigger ones done at that point, and so, and I remembered, it's like, yeah, and then I was feeling the, which I still don't have it over here, it's a blue bottle, it's got a big diamond on the front of it, and I got it from Timu, but I was feeling the edges of them all that I had sealed with that sealer, and all the edges are tacky. And I swear that I purposefully took the bottle and went around the edges of the diamond painting. So I think what I'm gonna need to do from now on, just to get that used up, because I don't want to waste it, is for the ones that I don't plan on keeping, that I don't love, I'm going to seal the main part of the diamond painting with the budget sealer, until I run out of it. And then go around the edges with the Minwax crystal, what's it called? Oh, I'm having a brain fart. The Minwax, in the blue paint can. And I think that's just what I'm going to have to do until I run out of it. So, doing dishes at the moment. I think I'm going to make pickles tonight. I'm really in the mood for paella. But I don't know if I might crash before I get done with the pickles. I bought a bunch of heads of cauliflower, and so I need to get those pickled. My favorite pickled vegetable to eat are green beans, but I have very bad luck picking out green beans that'll actually pickle. What's the matter, Dottie? But if you don't pick out the right green beans, you're going to end up with woody. Hey! I've got to move that cat tree. Chance has been using it as a good place to attack the dogs. Yesterday, she attacked Honey. The fight lasted a good 10 seconds before, because I was in the middle of building the cat tree. So I just stuck one of the cat tree poles in between them and broke up Honey and Chance. And Chance walked away from it fine, because Honey wasn't trying to hurt Chance. But Honey was covered in blood, and she's a white dog. Anyways, vegetables. So, yeah, I love pickled green beans. I just, I have bad luck picking out good green beans that do well for pickling. I mean, if they're a woody green bean, then they're not even going to absorb the brine. So my next favorite vegetable to pickle is cauliflower. And then I think my third favorite vegetable to pickle are carrots. I tried pickling broccoli. Did not absorb the brine very good. It wasn't bad, but it did not absorb the brine. And I've tried pickling red onions as well as spring onions. They are very wet. Those are very wet vegetable pickle. I've also, they were okay. But it just, the consistency of being brine just wasn't my favorite. I've also tried to pickle radishes because I thought that would be super awesome because I love radishes. Talk about water content when those are brined. It was like eating a water chestnut, but just more radishy. And the brine took out all the spice of the radish too, so that was a bust. What else did I try and pickle? Oh, purple cabbage. I bought a small head of purple cabbage, and I usually pickle that. Plus, there's the fun aspect of it turning the brine purple. I think that's all I've tried to pickle. Of course, garlic, that's a given. If not for spice, I don't mind eating pickled raw garlic myself. But, yeah, I need to do that because cauliflower rots very quickly. I did try and pickle my own cucumbers. I found I didn't like it. I like the flavor of a homemade brine better than the brine you get in like a store-bought pickle. But I think along the same lines as the green bean, I was having trouble in the cucumbers I had pickled were ones that I had grown. And I've found that I like the consistency of the cucumber that's pickled in like a store-bought pickle better than I did like my own store-bought. For whatever reason, I just did not care for my own brined pickles like I did the store-bought ones. But I prefer the home brine as opposed to the store brine. So, those are my plans for today now that I can stay out of bed for more than an hour. Honey's spay appointment is coming up. I'm a little bit nervous, gotta say. It's been Dottie's the last dog that I've ever gotten fixed. So it's been a few years, you know. And I thought we were going to lose Dottie when she was fixed because she's got, unbeknownst to us, you know, Dottie was a stray that was taken in, and then the person that took her in was looking for a home for her. Dottie is a bleeder. She has trouble with blood clotting. And so, you know, we picked her up from the vet. When we picked her up, it was, you know, at the end of the day, so the vet was closing. I got her home, and you know, she's looking very green, if you will, which isn't, you know, it's major abdominal surgery. She has the right to look as green as she wants to look, but something just didn't look right, and so I went over to check her incision site, and um, she was bleeding. I probably soaked up like a big, thick paper towel full of blood that night, just holding it onto her abdomen. And so, as soon as the vet opened, we took her back in. They did a free x-ray, you know, because if there was something wrong, it was their fault. And there was nothing wrong. They, you know, they didn't nick anything. Um, she just can't clot. She can't clot blood. Can't clot blood. And she had had another surgery. She had a lot of surgeries when I had first gotten her. I believe she was used for fighting, and because when I got her, her face and her front legs were very chewed up. You can't really tell it now. You know, she's a blue dog. I think if she was a black dog, you'd definitely be able to tell all the scars. But as a blue dog, you can't really see it. But I have some old pictures that show her emaciated, chewed up body. But what was I saying? Oh yes, she had to have another surgery because when I was pulling her out of the car when I had gotten home from work, because she used to go to work with me when I worked at Walmart. Um, she started screaming when, you know, my hand um kind of went underneath her collar to pull her out of the car, and I felt what the problem was, and it felt like a BB. So I thought she had gotten shot, and turns out it wasn't a BB. It was a tooth chip. There was a piece of tooth in her shoulder. So that was interesting. And then during that surgery, she also had to remove that. They were also doing another surgery because she had a rapid growing tumor. Turned out to be benign. That grew right up against her nipple. I knew she was going to lose her nipple, and she did. So she also had surgery to remove, you know, the tumor and her nipple. And after they did the surgery, they had a pressure bandage on her because she wouldn't stop bleeding. And so we got her home, and then after we got her home, she got like a blood hematoma under her skin where that incision site was. So then after a week, when the hematoma didn't go down, then they had to reopen up that pocket of blood so it could drain, and it had gotten infected, so there was blood and pus just draining out of it for I went to Walmart and bought a couple of small men's tank tops, and I just tied up the back, you know, cinched it, tied a knot in the back of the tank top, you know, so it wasn't falling so far. So it was tied around her body. Oh my goodness, speak English. And that's what she wore, and that worked out pretty well. I mean, the tank top got disgusting, but but it caught all that blood and pus that was draining out of her titty area. So yeah, at all costs, we like to avoid her having surgeries because she's a bleeder. I mean, we know that now, but at the time, you know, we didn't quite realize how bad her bleeding disorder was. And with Honey, see, his belly's turning out so cute. Can you see the color difference? I can't tell if I think you can. Don't fall. So with Honey, I'm worried with her because she has acid reflux disease, and you know, when they go to intubate her, I'm really scared there's going to be a lot of scar tissue. In her trachea. Or her esophagus. So I don't know. She's gotten, I think that's good. Let me point the light just so I can check. I think it's a little bit more up here. I think she'll be okay. She needs to have the space surgery because I can't do another heat cycle. I don't know how breeders do it. I mean, obviously you're on diaper duty like a baby, but the blood was just everywhere, and I could not keep a diaper on her to save my life. July. Feel kind of bad for Dottie. She's been stuck segregated for a while now. My mom still isn't coming home to do the dog switch. And normally, when my mom goes to her aunts, or to my aunts, she takes Ruby, June, Honey Lemon, and Rosie with her. And so that means when I have Dottie, I can just, you know, during the daytime, I can just lock the cat in the bedroom, and Dottie can come out and be with me. But my mom only took Ruby this time. I forget why. Why did she? Oh, yes. Oh, sense of time sucks. She went to Yakima to help a friend of my aunt's with his B&B. So obviously she didn't want to take all 4 dogs to Yakima with her, so she just took her Chihuahua. But with me having Honey Lemon Rosie in June with me, that means Dottie is stuck behind a baby gate, and I feel really bad for her at the moment. I think my mom decided to stay another day to go to my aunt's grandson's birthday, and then she decided to stay another day today to go to the free museum night with my aunt's grandson. So it's just me and Dot and everyone else. Keep telling Dottie Grandma's coming home, and then Dottie doesn't come home. Or Grandma doesn't come home. It is what it is. Maybe I'll make pickles tomorrow and just make paella tonight. Because I don't have anything made for dinner. To get the fish pulled out of the freezer. I need to, you know what I'm also in the mood for? I've been really craving fish lately. Well, the title of the recipe is just fish and potato bake. And I really did not think I would like it. It did not sound like something I would like. And it just turned, it's kind of like with paella, where you just have to trust the process that by the end, it's just going to be, you know, eyes roll in the back of your head good. And the fish and potato bake is also very good. But I use white fish for that, and I don't have any in the freezer right now. All I have is salmon, which is what I use for the paella. Do you guys like seafood? I think I grew up, the first seafood I really started eating was salmon and crab. As an adult, I adore scallops. They are my favorite, as long as they are not cooked until they are as hard as a rubber tire. I don't eat shrimp, and I don't eat cod. Shrimp, I'm just not, it's a flavor thing for me. I don't like it. Cod, I cannot eat it after it's been cooked. The smell of it, it's kind of the equivalent of a hard-boiled egg or tuna fish to me. It's not so much that it tastes bad. I can't handle the smell. I also detest the smell of brownies. Sometimes I fight through it to eat the brownie because brownies are delicious, but I detest the smell of a brownie. This is just an acrylic block. It goes to those original Sizzix die cutting machines. Bonnie gave it to me, and I was like, what the heck am I going to use this for? You know, because I don't have the original Sizzix die cutting machine, but I use it all the time to color because I cover my table in cardboard, which is soft, which makes it not good for coloring. So that was a surprising thing that has been so much more helpful than I ever thought it would be. So yes, I think that'll be cute. Cute. Alright, now I need to decide. I'm starting to think I will never know better. I could do that one. I may have to put it back on there. Yeah, do I want to do a border or not? And then I can do an I'm sorry sentiment on the inside. I think I do like that one though. Just trying to decide if I could do... No, because I might catch the white edge of that. If I do a border, I'd probably want... No, because then the black will blend in with that black. No border. Okay, no border. Because I can only use black or white. And one color will blend in with the first matte. One color will blend in with the second matte. I suppose I could have shaded it. This isn't super glossy. I see I'm running out of time here. That lid on. This is so pointless, Chelsea. I like to use sponge ink pads for shading. This is my really old color box one. I do not like them for stamping because they are squishy. You get into the recesses of the stamp. You know, you really want a felt pad for stamping. Is this where I wanted it? Yeah, we can do it right there. This white cardstock was the back of a greeting card. Uh-oh. Soul sister, soul sister. Da, 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 na, na. Mr. Cocteau. And then what do I want to do? Should I do... Are those clear? I think those are clear. I could do clear. Glitz and glam, sparkle. I could do silver. I like silver. Okay. Now, I just have to fight my bottle to unclog it. I really hope the new design that they had done for these Mod Podge Dimensional Magics would have worked, and they do not. It is just as bad as their other crappy design. I mean, I guess part of it's, you know, just the material itself. You know, if no matter what they can't get around this clogging problem, then they should design into the bottle a pin. But Anyways, my camera's about to cut out. If you watched me color this very tiny, confused looking cat, thanks so much for watching. Coloring videos aren't my favorite. But if you watched, I appreciate it. And I will talk to you later. So, adios.